What's going on, guys? Omar here with you again, and welcome to week 3 of my USL distribution breakdown show. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the gutsier plays out of the back in the last few weeks, as well as when and where each goalkeeper should be taking risks when playing out of the back. But first, let's get into the best distribution from week 3 only. In these next few clips, I want you guys to, again, try and stay switched on, look for the substance, walk away from this with something you can actually apply to your game or training. Again, guys, this is the best distribution from week 3. Let's get into it.
Like we mentioned, a wealth of USL experience from Paris, Islanders.
Try and spark a counterattack with a quick punt up the field.
Okay, guys, so let's move on. So I get a lot of questions about when and where should I play the ball out of the back, when should I be taking risks, things like that. And while I wish there was like a blanket statement that I could tell you guys to do it every single time and you'll find success with it, the truth is that there really isn't a blanket statement. Every scenario is unique to its own right. But what I can say though is, like I said in the last episode, always try and scan the field prior to receiving the ball. This will tell you a few things. Where's the immediate pressure coming from? Can I play one touch or two touch out of the back? Where are my options downfield? That is a lot of stuff you can get from just processing the field before even receiving the ball. This is why watching professional games or even your own game footage is so important, is because you can actually see in those moments, whether it was a mistake or you got out of a jam, what was I thinking in that specific moment? Why did I think I had time to take two touches? Or why was I aware that I only had one touch? And by actually understanding that, you're adding so many more dimensions to your thought process. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where you're thinking of forcing a ball to your checking number 6, you'll be able to access that recall in a split second and say, well, this is probably a one-touch clearance up the field because in this situation, the risk is much higher than the reward. And I truly believe that right there, that thought process, that processing of game footage is so key in developing goalkeepers at the next level. And that's the biggest difference maker in the best goalkeepers in the club ranks to the college ranks and especially the professional ranks. Now, let's take a look at these next clips together. I want to show you guys that earlier when I said there's no blanket statement that I could say that can be applied to every single scenario because every scenario is unique, why that makes sense with these next few clips. I'm going to show you guys goalkeepers that had the same approach when trying to play out of the back, but some goalkeepers were successful while other goalkeepers found trouble and struggled getting that ball out of the back. Okay, so let's start with some successful passes. The goalkeeper from Tulsa opens his left back up, and right away you guys can see the initial pressure on top of the 18 from the opposing team. So he plays the ball out to his left back, and this pass has to be perfect, which it is. So it's on the ground, no bobbles, no bounces, and again, this is where you want to assess the risk versus the reward. Do I hit it first time up the field, or do I try to keep possession? And he elects to try and keep possession with one of the best balls, very gutsy, out of the back, about 30 yards, all the way out to his left midfielder. And for him here, it actually works out. Now, let's look at the Swope Park goalkeeper. Plays the ball out to the left mid, ball comes back to the left back, and with, again, high pressure, you got 4 guys here on top of the 18. So his prep touch here has to be perfect, which again, it is. So he takes a perfect touch, perfectly weighted, finds the field, hits it over the defender here, and actually has a chance to get to his midfielder where he keeps possession. So again, that situation there, very gutsy. A lot of guys on top of the 18, but it works out. So here, the goalkeeper from Tulsa again will play the ball short. His left back hits it back to him. His prep touch isn't as good as it should be, but again, the ball gets stuck underneath his feet, and here, with high pressure, he tries to clear it, which is the right decision, but he puts himself in a position where his team now has to defend in his own half, where I think if he would have taken a one-touch clearance there, it probably would have gotten his team up higher and further up the field. Now we see this pass back here. The goalkeeper gets the ball, has a few options, and again, if we pause it there, we have 3 to 4 guys right on top of the 18, where it's almost a 4-on-4 situation. And in all honesty, for me, that's more of a, hey, everybody get up, I'm going to clear this down the field type situation. But here, he elects to play a 6. And when that happens, again, it's pretty gutsy. It has to be a perfect pass, no bounces, no bobbles with that much pressure on him. So he elects to play this ball. The ball has a few bad bounces, and he gives it away. They lose the ball, and now they're defending in their own defensive third. Now we get a ball back here. If we pause it there, the Atlanta United goalkeeper gets it. It seems already to me that he's already scanned the field. And again, there's 3 to 4 guys right on top of him. And he elects to play this ball to his 6. His 6 collects it, plays it to the left back, and they're able to get out of the pressure there. And so in that situation, I probably would have elected to kick it up both times. But again, the messaging from the coach is probably, hey, let's try and keep the ball at all costs. And again, one goalkeeper gets away with it, the other goalkeeper doesn't. Okay, guys, so here's the final clip from this segment, and it perfectly illustrates the fine margins that we as goalkeepers have to go through with our distribution. Here's Trey Muse from Seattle Sounders 2, and as I hit play, I want to show you guys how this all plays out. Trey will take a touch here. He'll play it directly down the middle of the field. And again, if we rewind it just a little bit, you'll see that there's 3 or 4 guys right on top of his 18. And like I said earlier, if we play the ball big and we have 3 or 4 guys in our defensive third, a big header down the middle of the field can easily put these guys in an advanced position where it's almost 2-on-2, or the guy brings it down and takes a shot. So as I press play here, you'll see the fine margins again. Trey plays it down the middle. His team is able to control it, find the way through, and now the ball gets played, and now it's almost a 4-on-4 in the offensive half. So this is the benefit of trying to keep possession of the ball and trying to find passes out of the back. The ball gets served in, first header, second header off the post, and it's in. So again, that shows you guys the good and the bad that comes from it, and what can happen when you try to keep possession for too long and when you try and keep possession and it actually works out in your favor. Again, guys, while this cerebral approach to the game may seem a bit tedious, I promise you it's the most important thing to become a student of the game. Having the most awareness in every situation comes from that experience and through trial and error. But to limit your error to trial ratio, you have to become a student of the game and watch as much game film as you possibly can so you can process things that much quicker. And as always, guys, I really hope you were able to learn something from this segment. If you guys like the episode, go ahead and share it with anybody you feel would benefit from it. Or if you want to keep it for yourself and not show anybody so you have all the secrets, more power to you. Do what you got to do. But again, if you guys liked it, share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep sending me the feedback. Keep sending me comments to try and obviously improve myself and improve the videos for you guys. You guys can find more of these kind of videos on my Instagram channel at ProGKAcademy_. I will link it in the description below. But until the next time, guys, my name is Omar Zini. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.